What is meant by the conditional statement? The statements which are written in the form if then form, in the if then form, are called conditional statements. Okay, now the part of the following statement following if is called the antecedent, and the part following then is called the consequent. Okay, so here the part which comes or which is followed by if is called antecedent, and the part which is followed by then is called consequent. Okay, so these are the some of the important points about conditional statements. Now we are going to see a simple statement first. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of each other. Okay, the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector of each other. Now let me write this in the conditional statement. So here there is no if and then, so we are going to put a condition. Now how? Just see. If a quadrilateral is a rhombus, if a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then its diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. So here what is the condition? If quadrilateral is rhombus, then only its diagonals are perpendicular bisector. Okay, so this is the condition. Now converse of this, if now converse, how? In the converse what happen? The antecedent and consequent part changes. Now let me explain once again here what is meant by antecedent. After if, whatever the statement is followed, that is if a quadrilateral is rhombus, till here this part is called as an antecedent, and after then whatever the statement comes, it comes consequent. So in the conditional statement, when we write the converse, the antecedent and consequent changes, means first here the consequent comes and then the antecedent. Just here, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are perpendicular bisector, so this comes first. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral are perpendicular bisectors of each other, then it is a rhombus. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral are perpendicular bisector of each other, then it is a rhombus. So here the antecedent and consequent changes the places. Okay. Now one more statement we will see here. For example, conditional statement. If a number is a prime number, then it is even or odd. If a number is a prime number, then definitely it will be a even or odd. Now how we will write? So this is antecedent and this part is consequent. So first this will come. If a number is even or odd, then it is a prime number. If a number is even or odd, then it is a prime number. Now let us see some solved examples from practice set 1.3. So here this is practice set 1.3. First question. Write the following statements in if then form, that is in conditional form. Okay, conditional statement. So first one is the opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. The opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Now we know this property. Now we have to put a condition here. If a quadrilateral is parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. So here if and here then. Okay, if a quadrilateral is parallelogram, then its opposite angles are congruent. So we put a condition for this statement. Now remaining two you have to solve from practice at 1.3. Now the next one, how to write the converse of the statements. Okay, so here one statement we have taken. First example of practice set 1.3, question number 2. the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. Okay, so here the alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal are congruent. Okay, now how will write the converse of this statement? If two lines are cut by a transversal, if two lines are cut by a transversal and the alternate angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel, so this is the converse statement of this given statement. Okay, so in this way we can write the conditional statements as well as we can write its converse.